Hello, my name is Jess and you're watching my channel Smart Queen 7, and today we are continuing with Vampire the Masquerade. I really enjoyed doing something kind of more low-key for fun in the last video, and so I thought during this time frame that my job is like super crazy hectic that I would just kind of continue with this before going back to like specific topic videos. That's where I'm at right now. That's what I feel like doing. So that's what we're gonna do. The last video we did the tutorial, and so now we're actually starting to pick up where the actual story begins. So we'll just kind of play it by ear and see how far we go and take it from there. Let's load up and get going. Okie dokie. Okay, so I literally didn't do anything before quitting. I was really tired by the end of that video, and I noticed that while I was editing because I started getting less and less talkative, which may prove the case tonight as well, just because I'm tired. That is just like a permanent state for me these days, it seems like. So let's just kind of go through all this stuff in here and then we'll actually hit the street and get going. There's my money. Some of this I'm just kind of going through real quick because, as I mentioned, my husband and I are replaying as a Malkavian just for fun. Once again, just as a pure decompression mode. And so some of this is familiar enough that I'm not going to spend too much time dwelling on it. Yeah. Oh, my lockpicking is low. So, yeah, I don't think even with blood buff we're gonna get through that door, so I'm not gonna waste the points. It's kind of funny. We are glitching out. That is old school. Well, actually, you know what? I can't say it's just old school games, because even occasionally with current games, I find myself randomly moving around more than I should be. But, so my husband and I are playing on our media PC, which is hooked up to our TV. And when I look in the video recording, because it's like the true aspect ratio, squarey, I mean, the textures aren't good, don't get me wrong, but they look a lot better than when they're being distorted across a rectangular monitor. But I don't even think in the settings, yeah, I mean, I don't even think that changing that is gonna do anything, because it's gonna automatically stretch it across the monitor. Oh, one thing I did want to do was up the gamma a little bit, because it was a little dark in some spots of my last video. So let's see if that helps anything. If not, I'll just do what I did last time and throw a little filter on. No big. And I'll probably be saving, I should be saving a good bit more than I...
Hey, lady.
Jeez.
You got some change, lady?
I forgot he did that right as you walk out the door. What was I saying? If I get interrupted these days, like, my brain deletes what I was trying to think about. Wow, no, I'm completely blank. I'm sure I'll come back around to it at some point. Oh, I was talking about a lot of things. I was talking about the resolution size. So when we're playing on the TV, it is really stretched, and obviously it's really blown up. So it is extra ugly, but I feel like the story actually carries the game quite a bit. It's one of those ones where I can excuse it not being up to other standards because the actual meat of the game is good enough to carry the rest that's not aged so well. Let's see what happens. Oh, I tend to save a lot. See, I told you, I am everywhere. I tend to save a lot for this game. I remember doing this because the vampire violations, like there's different stuff that you can do throughout the game that gets rid of it, I guess. But it's like, once you have them, you have them. They're not going anywhere. So I tend to be hyper careful, especially since it's also a choice game. If I don't like the outcome of choices that I make in these games, I will sometimes reload. I try not to be like too wishy-washy, and I try to commit, but sometimes you're just like, that went not the way I expected at all, and I want to redo. So I will probably be saving fairly frequently for my own sake, and I gotta remember to not drain him dry. Alright. That swishy walk. You know, though, the skirt animation is not terrible. I mean, that was like one of the things when I was learning 3D animation. Our teacher was like, for your first several projects, do not do long skirts, do not do capes, do not do anything with flowing fabric because you will hate yourself. Wait till you've got some practice on you before you try doing stuff like that. So yeah, I didn't think it looked that bad. I mean, they could have easily gone mini skirt or pants or something, but they did all right. I did not mean to hit F. Whoa, see, this is why we save. I have done that on occasion on the replay that we're doing. Hit F when I mean to hit E. My bad. Luckily we didn't do anything too much except for ramble, right? Alright, maybe I'll talk just a little less and focus. But yeah, I don't think that that's that bad looking. I give it a pass. The sheer amount of blood. I know he's a ghoul, but my dude.
Hey, honey, looking for a date?
Yeah, I kind of missed some of the crazy responses of the Malkavian. So, a little sad, but still a different experience.
Yes, is there something I can help you with? Waiting with that blasted tow truck I called an hour ago. I'd rather not wait another second in this part of town, this time of night. It's rather a dreadful place, don't you think? I should have listened to my mechanic. By German, he said. I'm happily married to my work, and I have a wife too.
I'm thinking that the happily married is not to the wife. He just happens to have one. Alright, let's go straight for, I guess, the first part of the quest, and then we'll go exploring. Like, all this blood. Like, I mean, just look. It's so gratuitous, like, the amount. But he still apparently had the presence of mind to turn on his lights when he got home.
Those mothers ripped me off. I'm dying here.
Let's just go.
I went. What is this lump? Is this my rib? Oh, holy shit, my rib is poking through my side? Oh, I'm all numb. You gotta look and tell me.
I really don't. Like, I cannot watch medical shows. I just cannot. Like, it makes me woozy. Fake or not. No. It's a broken bottle. I don't know if I want to be cruel, per se. Let's just go with two.
Goddamn chemist. Can't trust any operators in L.A. I verified him. Organizations seem reliable. Guy mixes up speed. His crew sells it. Occasionally does explosives. I set up a drop. I show up at the beach with the money, right? 4 of his guys, they come out of nowhere. Junky pricks hit me with a bat. It feels like I got a friggin' horse kicking it. Those cocksuckers beat me rotten, left me for a stiff. Had to crawl to my car, crawl my ass up here. The vamp blood's the only thing holding me together. But shit, they got the money, they got the astrolite.
I know what's going on, so I'm not gonna do too many of the I don't know the lore. I'm gonna go with more like actual responses, I think.
Bitches live out in a dump on the beach. 4 or 5 of them. The one's got the explosives is Dennis. Got my money too, that prick.
Maybe I'll do some of them.
Laying in a pool in my own blood and you want friggin' directions. Yeah, all right.
Fair.
Down the street, in the parking garage, stairs down to the beach. On the right. Those better not be some of my last words. You gotta get it back from him. Maybe reason with him, maybe break in. I don't know. I want to kill him. Do whatever you people do. I blew it, I know.
Maybe I'll do a little of the lore, just in case someone out there wants to see it.
One more thing. About the deal. I mean it. You tell anyone about this, I'm dead. I'm begging you. I got a way of getting people what they need. You don't say anything, I can help you out.
I'll think about it. Alright. And one thing I both like and dislike about this game is there's not like a whole lot of like stuff that you have to go through. But it also means there's nothing to go through. Like, the hoarder in me wants stuff, and the in-game hoarder in me wants stuff, and the real life, I don't want to say minimalist, but I definitely don't hoard in real life the way I do in games, is like, okay, that's less crap I have to go through in my inventory. I feel like some of the stuff I want to wait until we get some points so that we can up our abilities and chatter and whatnot. But let's go ahead and chat with some peeps. Okay, I do have a couple points in persuasion and intimidate. So let's go ahead and go in the clinic.
Oh man, you're a vampire, aren't you? Hey, I work for a vampire. I don't know how much I should tell you, but oh man, damn! It would be awesome to talk to someone else on the inside. You know what I mean? Oh man.
He is very eager and excited. No diss to eager, excited people. I love your enthusiasm, but sometimes I just don't have the energy.
Hell yeah! Oh man, I knew it! Oh jeez, I knew you were, I just could tell. Oh man, this is great! And I saw your teeth and I was like, damn, it was like I could just sense you. The name's Knox Harrington. Pleasure to meet you. Oh man.
Leave me alone, jackass.
I'm a ghoul. Didn't know about any of this stuff until a couple of months ago. When this guy just appeared and, well, all of a sudden, BAM! Whoa! Vampires are
For
real, right there in front of my
this,
eyes.
I think if you don't...
God
Why'd my camera tilt? I think if you don't ask about ghouls, you can't
Well, the way it was explained to
do
me,
the thing that we're
if a
about to try and
vampire lets
do.
a human drink some of their vampire blood, the human gains a little vampire power, can heal up quick and that kind of stuff. Jeez, oh man. And they're a ghoul. Ooh, watch out.
Though why you don't have this conversation with Mercurio is kind of confusing to me, seeing as he outright says vampire blood's the only thing keeping him alive.
It's awesome! Man, after that first taste of vampire blood, it's like the best drug. Oh man, I'm telling you, it's like, well, it didn't mess me up. It just made me feel like I was better at everything. I felt like a god just sucking on that nasty dude's wrist.
Nasty dude. I wonder if his master is Nosferatu.
Oh man, I really wish I could tell you.
Oh,
but
man.
I don't think I'm supposed to. But it's really cool to be talking to you just, well, because I don't get a lot of chance to talk to vampires. Oh man, well, other than my master. So I thought I'd just say, you know, what's up? You know? Look, I probably shouldn't tell you this. I'm on a secret mission for my master. Well, hey, it's been great talking to you, man. But I better be going. Oh man, you know, and
Oh,
stuff
man.
to do.
I won't poke too much fun at him. But the oh man, it is pretty funny. Alright.
Please, wait your turn and you'll be seen.
Okay, yeah, whatever. Alright, so I guess I don't have the ability to persuade her right now.
Did you hear me? Take a seat. The doctor will get to you when he can.
Alright, so I...
Please, wait your turn and you'll be seen.
Alright, maybe I don't have enough persuasion points. Did Malkavians have bonus to charisma or something? I don't remember. Because I was able to do that, like, right away in my other playthrough. I guess we'll go exploring. Maybe we need to complete some missions. Not that there's much to complete right now. Excuse me. Ugh. So some of these places I'm going to skip, like the blood bank, because if I don't have the speech to deal with it, then there's no real point in initiating anything there. Oh. The end is here.
The bones of your ancestors will rise up and reclaim the flesh that they lent their sorry progeny.
I want to make a joke about 2020, but I also don't want to make a joke about 2020 because it's the last kind of thing that we need in this joke.
Soon it will wash over and carry you all to the damnation sea. The sewers
Oh wait,
are all
there is something I want to do down
but
this
the
way.
1,000 lowly suicides.
Hello, LA. You are way past your bedtime.
AI disabled.
If you're new to town or just new to this whole radio thing, you're listening to
Welcome to Kilpatrick 24-hour bail bonds. My name's Arthur Kilpatrick. How can I help you?
well, looks like the board's
Yep, sure do. I'm a third-generation bondsman. Got a few employees, but I handle most every aspect of the business. Well, my business ain't bad, I can tell you that much. Santa Monica's gone downhill. Used to be pretty nice, I guess. We do a higher volume now than we did a few years ago, but we gotta deal with a lot more bail jumpers and crap like that. Hell yeah, I ain't complaining. I'm in a good position to watch it all just slide right down the tubes, you know what I mean? Of course, goes with the business. Then you sick the bounty hunter on him.
I actually genuinely think being a bounty hunter is probably an interesting job. Probably dangerous, but I just think that like the research and the hunting part, I guess, seems like it could be interesting. Like the puzzle and the mystery of it, I guess.
Yep, damn good. His name's Carson, and he's great at what he does when he wants to do it. I can't seem to find him now, though. He's pissing me off, to be honest. I need him to go find someone.
Fun fact, once upon a time ago, I wrote a fanfic, and the main character was a bounty hunter. I am not disclosing what that fanfic is, no.
Since I'm stuck here, why don't you go look for him? Just real quick. I'll pay you for your time. Great, great. I suppose the first place you should look is his apartment in Santa Monica Suites. Apartment 1, I think it is. Maybe you'll find something there to let you know where he's got himself to. Here's a key card. That'll let you in. Sure, honey. What is it? What place you want to know about? Oh, you mean that club? We get drunk and disorderlies and drug bust out of there sometimes. Some fights. The owners run it pretty tight, though. You know, I'm not even sure. Couple of ladies, sisters, I think. You don't see them around here too much. What place you want to know about? Ah, yeah, I know the place. Funny thing is, that spot used to hold a stinky old pet store. Now it's some hoity-toity art gallery with wine and cheese and whatnot.
Wine and cheese sounds really good. I already have a drink, but maybe I need to make myself a snack here in a little bit. I'm feeling a little peckish. Bleep.
What place you want to know
Oh no, I didn't
about?
need to ask about anywhere else. Okay. And there is no escape from this conversation.
What the fuck is this? 9 out of 10 people
All right.
friggin' chicken over the competition. Why?
Cause that's some good fucking chicken. I mean,
It's like the hot sauce commercial.
Friggin' chicken.
I don't remember the name of the hot sauce,
You've ever had. You love the Talking Baby movie.
but it's the I put that shit on everything. I love that commercial. I kind of like commercials that kind of push the bounds in that way, where it's like genuinely like funny because you're actually surprised.
the sewers are all muddied with 1,000 lonely suicides.
Alright. Clubs. I didn't go often, but I do somewhat miss them. And I don't know about any of the music licensing on this, so I may have to mute some of this.
What do we have here? Another scrumptious young plaything straight out of life and into my club? You smell new, little girl. Like fabric softener do on freshly made asphalt.
I know this is an old game, so they didn't really think about these sort of options, but I definitely like it when I can turn down or mute even the music on a game so that I don't have to listen to it if I don't want to. Now would be a good time for that, but yeah, we don't want strikes or anything on this channel, so I may have to mute some of this. We'll see how much it shows up against the dialogue and whatnot.
I'm the finger down your spine when all the lights are out. and the name on all the men's room walls. When I pout, the whole world tries to make me smile. And everyone always wants to know who is that girl. I am Jeanette. A misfit of chaos crammed in a certifiable giggle is my club. I just love to give you funny feelings all night, sweetheart, but Irene has trouble with some business. We'll reunite sweet and soon, I promise.
Those pigtails. I think it's funny that once you join the dance floor, they all come congregate. But seriously, those Matrix style sunglasses. All right. Aw. More so than you think. That's what I thought when I moved from a small city, like, yeah, small city to a much larger city, but it's pretty dead here. Definitely more things to go and do and see and more options, but definitely was not as like exciting and glamorous as I thought it was going to be. We gave it a shot. All right. Oh my god, where's the exit? There we go. Yep, I can get lost in a single room building. That's me. Okay, anything else worth looking at the moment?
What'll it be, honey?
Alright, I'm gonna save and see what she says when I do that.
What'll it be, honey? Are you the health inspector?
Oh, interesting.
You know, at least the last health inspector had the decency to make it clear when he was asking for a bribe. Here's $50. I get to live the dream for another exciting month. Yay.
Nice. Though for rat droppings, I think I'd be asking more than $50. I think that's the one that they take pretty seriously. You know, plagues and all that. I think that's all to do over here right now. I hate the sound of car alarms so much. I always kind of thought that was just something they exaggerated in movies before I moved to a bigger city, but no, that's legit, like, yeah, don't like. wait, was it? Yeah, no, it was here. Mine. Alright. Mine. Oh. Should go check out the tattoo parlor.
Check. Is this thing recording? God, I hate these things. Anyway, the McGee case is getting weirder all the time. I found where he's been hiding and I saw some really creepy stuff down there. There was no sign of McGee. I'm gonna follow up on another lead I got too. I updated the files on the computer. This is Carson signing off. Man, that sounds stupid.
It's like the worst when you know you're being recorded and it's like, oh my god, how stupid have I been sounding. That was one of my biggest obstacles to starting recording videos was, one, I hate listening to my own voice, and two, which I've gotten used to, and two, it's like, if you say something cringy and then having to watch and listen to yourself say it, especially if it's in a place that's difficult to get rid of and you're like, oh god, do I have an awkward cut or do I just live with my cringe being out there for the world to see? So nothing actually updated from that. Let's go back through. I got any points? I have 8 points. What's the tattoo shop over here? Or was it back on the other street I was on? Damn it. I'm definitely hurry to go play much bugs yet. Oh, there's the tattoo shop. Man, I have a paper cut on my thumb and it really stings. Okay, I hear a phone.
Hello? Might I speak with Mr. McGee? Well, I'm not sure. I had an appointment with him a few days ago, but he never seemed to show up. Do you know when he'll return?
What sort of
Well,
appointment?
Mr. McGee was going to be doing some modeling for me. Medical reference for the work that I do here in the studio.
I feel like
really.
if someone was calling a
him.
tattoo parlor about an appointment, I would just automatically be assuming that he was looking for an appointment for a tattoo, which obviously he's not. That's what assuming does. But, you know, just that's sort of the 2 + 2 = 4 in this situation.
Why, yes, that sounds delightful. Perhaps you could come down to my studio and we can sort out the details. I'm at the end of Main Street, small basement studio. The sign says Gimbel's Prosthetics. Just ring the buzzer and I'll let you in.
Alright, picking up quests. It's kind of a bummer there's nothing else in here to pick up. Look, I like the things, guys. Also, it's kind of lame that I can't, like, jack the register, so. Simpler times. Alright. I think I'm going to head down to the beach now, because I do know that there's more quests to pick up there. Just need to find the parking garage. Oh wait, each access.
Up there. Through that chain link gate and up those stairs. Those men you are looking for.
How did you know I was
Never
looking?
mind. You wouldn't understand.
Yeah, seeing the complete difference in dialogue options is definitely interesting.
No, you are going to China. Why is he smiling? The father. Is it the father behind him? You chased it for the one at the top of the city. On the sea. Oh, on the ground. You found it in the crypt. It's open. Oh, it's open. Oh God. Oh God. Run.
Okay, so from the little bit I have replayed through so far, it's kind of interesting to start putting together what she's talking about, re-listening to it now.
I'm sorry. Sometimes I see nothing. Disregard what I say. I don't know what I'm saying. Forget what I say.
All right.
Do you know who the head vampire is? If the head vampire dies, we all become human again, right?
The head vampire.
Oh. But, how about blood transfusions? If I get a full blood transfusion, I can become human again, right? What? Oh, no. There's nothing I can do? But how? I don't want this. I want to be human again.
It's going to be okay, champ. Yeah, that conversation's very different from the way I experienced it last time.
Listen, it's like I've told you types about 1,000 times now. We know we can't hunt round here, alright? We're minding our own business. No reason to hassle the weaklings. Now, you should try up there, through that chain link gate. A couple of real nasty looking bloods come out there a couple of times a night. You mean you ain't here to run us off? We're getting pretty sick of it. Someone's sighting domain, or in the worst cases, hunting us for sport. Dunno. We all seem to have come down with the same disease. Oh, who am I kidding? We're a bad horror show, alright? We seem to be the runts, the mistakes. You types call us thin bloods. I say we're all equally screwed.
I think it's interesting that in the new one, it looks like you start out as a thin blood across the board and then you go into a clan. At least that's what I'm getting from what I'm seeing on the website. So I'm really interested to see more of the story behind like this. I don't know if it comes up later in the game or not, but like it only touches on it like a teeny bit here. And so the fact that they have you starting as this very looked down upon clan, I think is kind of interesting. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm really excited for that game to come out, actually.
Clang. See, I've heard all that before, and I still don't know what the hell anyone's talking about. I'd like to know just what I've become. We'd all like to know just what the hell kind of devil's contract we've apparently signed. I just come to town for the surf tourney. Seems like years ago, but it's, well, been about 6 months now. Every night during the finals, I used to hit the local diner after the beach parties fizzled out in the AM. That's where I met her. She had a natural beauty. Not like all the plastic dolls littering the sand. Her name was Lily. I remember introducing myself. The way she seemed grateful for the company. Well, a few nights after our meeting, we were on the beach alone.
Sorry, something keeps popping up in the corner. I'm going crazy, you know. I'll figure out what it is when I edit, I guess. Oh, there's some sort of light flicker. That's what's going on. Okay. Look at the time. I'm out of here.
I didn't understand.
Please excuse me from your problems.
I was furious with her when I took it all in. I cursed her and left, never really knowing what I was. I realise now how she must have felt. So here I am now, a mystery to myself. Clinically, yes, but honestly, I don't know. I suppose I'd have moved on by now if I didn't think she'd show up one of these nights. There's a lot I've got left to say to her. That's what Lily tried to tell me. But what I don't understand are the rules and the terms and the reasons some of them are at our throats claiming we're harbingers of the apocalypse. That's what I want to know. Well, I hope you have better luck than I did. No one's been particularly friendly to me in this city. The only reason we're in Santa Monica is because we haven't been chased out yet. Aye, most of them just recently arrived in LA. Got chased off by the Sabbath or some such thing from their home cities. They're more in the dark than I am. They're a good bunch, but well, they've been through a lot. It's affected them.
Okay. Picking up quests. I think we're going to do this one first. I don't think it had too much combat involved, so it may be a good way to get some more experience before we try and move on. But I will go up to, not that way, up to the pier to poke around on that murder real quick. I think it would be really fun to go on one of those like seaside giant Ferris wheels. But I don't know if I would want to do an open carriage one. I don't know. I'm not the fondest of heights. I just think that it could be a fun thing to do, but I almost feel like I'd rather be in one of those enclosed ones. See, I thought they said he was ripped clean in two. I sound disappointed that there's not like a dismembered body. That is not what I mean by that. We're just gonna move right along now. Alright, quest log is updated. So let's go back to the diner. It's probably one of the few games where I just like regularly traverse rather than jumping, dodge, rolling, otherwise strangely moving myself from point A to point B. I feel like if there was like a dodge roll counter in Kingdom Hearts that it would have been really high for me. Actually, one of my favorite things to do when playing video games when my husband's complaining that I'm looking around too much, which I admit I sometimes do. I will hang about and really look at the details, maybe a little too lingeringly. But if there's a walk feature and he's like trying to hurry me along, I will immediately go into walk mode and just casually meander my way over, just to give him a little poke. It's all in good fun. Sometimes you gotta give your loved ones a hard time. Not in a cruel way, just in a jokingly loving way. Oh, I wonder if that, since I pissed the old lady off, she'll tell me.
What'll it be, honey? Is that a trick question?
Well, you would think being California, there'd be predominantly a lot of tan people. Like, I would probably have more color too if I lived someplace that wasn't, well, I know it does get hot in California, but like where I live, it gets disgustingly hot.
Let me think. Oh yeah, about 4 dozen a week.
Yeah, no kidding. Drink somebody else's blood. I feel like that would be giving some things away.
Thin blood. Sounds familiar. Is that one of those tropical diseases? I know I've heard that before. Oh, that girl. Nice girl. First decent human being I've seen in here for years. Not like all the junkies and crazies I normally see. Yeah, I remember her. Yeah, weird. She liked the tip, but she didn't order a thing. Yeah, she looked so hungry, too. Just sat there all night with a full glass of water in front of her, talking about this and that. She seemed lonely, a little scared, so I let her stay in the booth until we closed. She left some stuff here. You seem to know her. Why don't you give it back to her if you run into her?
There we go. Alright. You would think that being by a pier, rather than junkies and whatnot, you'd get a lot of, like, tourists. I keep wanting to hold shift to run, and I'm not even sure which game I've played recently that was. Is that Ark?
Hope you've slipped into something comfortable. I know I have.
I'm just gonna zoom through this real quick just for the sake of having the information in my character's data bank.
Well, looks like the boards are lighting up.
We're in this galaxy thrust dam, and
There it is.
the people of Earth, you people, cannot let this happen. It's Mool versus Atlantis.
Well, this girl's got to pay her bills, so it's time for a few commercials.
Alright.
But don't...
What else did we get? Okay.
Don't go anywhere. I'm just getting warmed up. Should I say?
Alright. Time to go find a car. It does actually manage to feel like a pretty big space, even though there's not like a whole lot. There's like enough for it to feel interesting, if that makes sense. Oh, do I already have that? Yes, I do. Alright. Woo, more experience. Let's look at the diary real fast. Alright, so now we actually do need to go to the blood bank. I think I'm going to... I know I said intimidation, but I almost wonder if persuasion's the better option. I think I am going to go with intimidate, because I've already got one character after all doing persuasion, so let's do something different. So let's put a point into intelligence. Okay. to go to the blood bank. Though I'm wondering if I need the persuasion to get past this nurse lady in here. Though I suppose I could take the back route.
Please, wait your turn and you'll be seen.
Alright. So I don't know that my lockpicking is high enough either. Alright. Oh, if I just do a buff. There we go. I do what I want. That sounds so terrible. Alright, got a vent. Yes, I'm being hyper cautious.
This area is for hospital staff only.
Well, no one's around. There, now there's no one to tell me what to do. Oh, and keys. What room is that? Oh, that's that room. That's that room. Maintenance room key. Deal with that later. Right. Let's go ahead. No, my hacking is shit. The struggles. Alright, well, I want to go and try to find our would-be underling. Okay, this is the door that we actually need. Yay, okay. So now we don't have to deal with the stupid nurse lady. Here we go. She's just bleeding out and they've just left her on a table. No big. Okay, we get it. She enjoyed it.
You... who...
And you're not supposed to freak her out.
You?
So you can talk to her again later.
What did you do? What did you do to me?
My husband is really particular about making sure he knows what you're supposed to do for this particular person. We haven't gotten to the next step with her yet for getting her to be our lackey, but like the first thing he did when we decided to start replaying the game was look up what you had to do in order to make sure that she ends up being your lackey. I mean, what vampire doesn't want an underling?
No, you did something. I can feel it. It's fixing me. I kissed your wrist. What did you do? I feel like I know you. Like you've always been here.
Run away! Not towards the nurse lady. Okay. So we don't have to go through that conversation again. Actually, this is probably a good point because it looks like I've been playing for a while. It's probably a good time to wrap it up for this session. And we'll continue from here because maybe it's not as fun as the Malkavian, but I'm definitely enjoying playing this game from a different perspective and technique. So we will keep going. I think I'm gonna probably catch up on this game soon, so I won't actually already know what's going on as we're going. Because I really just anything I haven't replayed on my other go around, I don't remember. I kind of like vaguely remember it as we get to it, but it doesn't pull automatically from my brain, we'll put it that way. So yes, anyways, I know that there was probably plenty of rambling, but that's just what happens when your brain is too tired to continue functioning correctly. So I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.